आँखों में तेरा ही चेहरा. I remember sending Shahid that video and I told him, look how far you've come. That's why I remember that. Vijay, no? It's never come out. So I think I'm safe. So has a very dry sense of humor. You just say something and walk away and either you understand it or you don't. And most of the time I do understand him. तू तो शायद के लिए खुश हो रही होगी तो मेरे लिए क्यों खुश हो गया? I said, sir, I'm getting to work with you again. Guys, it's me Raashi Khanna and you're watching me on the Indian Express. I think I'd be lying if I said that I didn't anticipate a little, but I didn't anticipate it to this level. So definitely as an actor, what can be more exciting than finding a little space in people's hearts? And I think Megha has done just that. I go to places where people are calling me Megha. So I think Rajan D sir have done a great job in writing a character like this. And I'm really, really grateful. I mean, when there's this dialogue in the RBI, my boss asks, actually Sethupathi sir asks me, Desh ki seva, and I'm like, हाँ sir, you know. And somewhere, तो मतलब पैसा नहीं है वहाँ पे ये नहीं है वो नहीं है, but sometimes you do it for the nation, like you get that feeling that you know, that Indianness is really into me. So for me, I really enjoyed doing that scene because I was like, I want to do it for my country. But I think as an actor, that's the best thing that can happen to you is you can play all these variety of characters, and I could be an RBI officer, I could work for the government, and that was a really good feeling taking the bad shit out of the country. So yeah, I mean that way I really enjoyed playing.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a bundle which had come once into our house, fake, you know, and he did report it. But a lot of times people don't report it thinking that we should report it because they will obviously replace it with the note, and the government needs to know that there are fake notes. अभी हमारा फर्जी आने से पहले लोगों को पता भी नहीं था, मुझे खुद भी नहीं पता था इतना ज़्यादा होता है इस लेवल पे. We have to be careful, so that's a good thing. I think my favorite scene has to be the time when Megha talks about her passion and where. So when I was saying all those dialogues, I could relate कि भैया ये actually इतनी, you know, she's into it because she's been around these notes and coins, and that's what makes her this person who just wants to take out the fake notes. I think that was a really nice scene for me, and also because the first time she actually shows her, but she sort of just gives in to a guy in her life.
Yeah.
So I really hope I find someone in a cafe like that. अरे यार क्या order कर रहे हो आप? हाँ मेरी ये अच्छा चलो. I think that happens only in shows or in I don't know if that happens in real, but मुझे कभी ऐसा हुआ नहीं मेरे साथ. I was in this room and Raja sent me the message, and I ran to another room. I called my father and I said, you won't believe what has happened. And he's like, what happened? And I said, I am on IMDb. He didn't understand what is IMDb, what is this. I said, Papa, I'm number one. He's like, acha. So I said, then you know who is number one? He's like, I said, Shah Rukh sir. He's like, what? I was like, I think this is a hoax. I think he's King Khan. There's no way that anyone can beat him at it. But I think just that phase that when, you know, popularity of the show was increasing and then they probably like my characters while I was there, I'm really grateful for it. But I was really, really excited. There was a child in me. It was like, oh my God, you know, this is some milestone at least. So Shahid is extremely entertaining. I mean, I knew obviously on screen he's always been entertaining, but I always thought that जो ज़्यादा entertain करते हैं on screen वो शायद serious हो सकते हैं life में. But he's just as entertaining off screen. The first time I met him, my jaw was hurting. He was constantly telling us stories about his kids, about you know how they're growing up, about his wife, about his experiences in movies. And I was like, यार तुम कितने entertaining हो. He's like, मैं भी बहुत reserved हूँ. वो तू reserved है इसलिए मैं बता रहा हूँ ये सब. So you know, we break the wall. Yeah. And he was very good at it. He's a very nice co-star, and we all know he's a fantastic actor.
True.
I've worked with him in Tamil films before, and I remember telling him that, sir, I'm going to be a part of this show, and he's like, तू तो शायद के लिए खुश हो रही होगी तो मेरे लिए क्यों खुश हो गया? I said, sir, I'm getting to work with you again. That's a huge thing for me because I've been learning so much from Sethupathi sir, and he also laughed and I also laughed, and I really respect him, not just as an actor but also as a person. The more time you spend with him, the more you are in awe of the person he is. So you know, I think even on set, I had great comfort with him and he had great comfort with me. The first day that he was shooting, I came on set. It wasn't my scene, but I wanted to make him feel comfortable. I jumped to him, I said, sir, all the best and all. And he's like, yeah, Hindi. Because you know, Tamil is like that to me. So he understood my pain. He's like, I understand your pain. But he did so well.
Of course.
True. I think Shahid has this sense of humor that will make you laugh. Like everyone will understand it, but Telugu has a very dry sense of humor. You just say something and walk away, and either you understand it or you don't. Most of the times I do understand him. So that is one thing. And the way they act, I think Shahid is very methodical like me, like a very method actor. He was Sunny and I was Megha on set. With Sethupathi sir, he adds a lot of things on set. So he keeps adding more lines. Even if it's Hindi, he's like, nahi, scene ko better kaise kare, maybe we can add this. So a lot of conversation with Sethupathi sir.
Right.
Yodha, as everyone knows, is releasing on July 7th, and I'm like, इतना दूर क्यों कर दिया यार, पहले release कर देते. But I think it has to happen when it has to happen. It's hidden me, and so I mostly have my scene with Siddharth, and there's beautiful chemistry. I saw it in songs, and I was like, oh, this is amazing, and I hope people like it too. And there also I have a very strong character, so I'm not worried, because after first if people see me in Yodha, they won't be like, ye kya kar raha hai? They'll be like, acha ye bhi kara hai, you know. So that was a blessing. You have no idea what life is going to bring you. You are going to be on a list that has Shah Rukh Khan. I don't think a girl 16-year-old Raashi would ever believe it. So I think sky is the limit for every person.
Yeah.
And never underestimate your own self. Believe in yourself, and that's going to take you really long.
Seen your film.
Ajay sir, of course I've seen his films, but I don't think any actor likes being told मैं आपके बचपन से picture देख रही हूँ, you know, because then it makes them feel like अरे क्या बोल रहे हो तुम?
Yeah.
So I've never really said that, and there's a sense of respect that I have for him, and I love his songs, his film songs with Kajol ma'am. I never really discussed his films with him, but I did tell him that The Legend of Bhagat Singh was one of my favorite films of him, and he's such an incredible actor. That is something I did tell him. Shahid's work I've been seeing for very long, and Heather is one of my favorite films of his. There's a monologue he delivers, and I was like, Shahid, you were fantastic. And he's like, thank you, Raashi, thank you. I said, no, you deserve it. And Sid also, when I met him, I mean, there were talks before also of some film that didn't have. Probably the best thing that could have happened to us is us in a dharma film. You know, there's nothing that gets better than this. And I really liked him in Shesha.
Yeah.
He did a fabulous job, and yeah, he's done a fabulous job in Yodha as well.
Amazing. She doesn't know. आँखों में तेरा ही.
आँखों में तेरा ही चेहरा. I remember sending Shahid that video, and I told him, look how far you've come. That's why I remember that.
In college.
I have no idea. I never asked them this. You should.
A retail store.
I think accountant. Really? Yeah. I think he said Dubai. Vijay, no? It's never come out. So I think I'm safe. I definitely not a daily show. I'm thinking historical show. Oh, I didn't see him. Wow, I have to see. Okay. I don't even know where I see myself in 5 days. 5 years is a long time. See, I don't make long-term plans because as an actor, they never work. I may say, oh, I want to be here and I want to be doing this, but maybe that won't happen. Maybe something better will happen. So I've always, I think, undersold myself. That has been a problem when I was growing in the profession, because I thought, I don't have a godfather, how will I succeed? But I feel God has been very kind to me, and I think I should stop underselling myself, and anyone should stop underselling themselves. I meditate also, so I believe that anything is possible and sky is the limit. Madras Cafe के बाद बहुत लोगों ने मुझसे पूछा था कि आप वापस क्यों नहीं आए हिंदी में, तो मेरा सिर्फ एक जवाब था कि यार जहाँ मुझे अच्छा काम मिला मैं वहाँ चली गई. First time that I signed on for Oohalu Gusagusalade was my first Telugu film. जब मेरे पास पहली बार स्क्रिप्ट आई तो मुझे लगा ये तो मैं कभी नहीं कर सकती. My heart was in my mouth. My heart was beating so fast because I was like, मैं यहाँ गलत नहीं कर सकती. I have to deliver my best. No, all those things were running in my head at that time. मैं बहुत nervous थी, और मुझे लगता है मेरी आवाज़ में थोड़ी थी nervousness उस time.
Please welcome Raashi Khanna.
Hi, Arman.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? I had no idea about the camera. I had never faced it before. I'd done ads, but you know, film atmosphere is different. मैंने कोई फिल्म स्कूल से पढ़ाई नहीं करी थी, मुझे कुछ एक्टिंग के बारे में पता नहीं था. आई जस्ट वेंट विद माई गट एंड आई थॉट ओके आई लर्न ऑन द जॉब. तो आई वॉज ऑब्वियसली वेरी नर्वस बिकॉज इट वॉज सुजीत सरकार, एंड मुझे याद है जोगी जी थे कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर, उन्होंने कॉल किया कि ऐसा रोल है, आप आ जाओ ऑडिशन देने. तो मैं पहले तो गई नहीं, मुझे लगा मुझे क्यों देंगे, सुजीत सरकार है, यू नो, जॉन है, मुझे नहीं मिलेगा, मैं नहीं जाऊँगी. एंड आई सेड नो अगेन. And then third time he called me, he said, why don't you come, you have a shot at this. So out of respect I went, chalo, you know, I don't know if I want to enter films also, I don't know what will happen to my dream of becoming an IAS, I have to go back. I thought, chalo, let me give it a shot. I think being an actor is a blessing, और बहुत मुश्किल है to sustain in this field. I think the maximum rejections you face in any profession is in acting, but it makes you stronger, it makes you a better person. आप दुनिया देखते हो, आप travel करते हो, there are so many perks of being an actor. मेहनत बहुत है, लेकिन I really enjoy being an actor. मेरा जब पहला शॉट था, मुझे याद है, आई हैड टू वॉक टुवर्ड्स जॉन, एंड वो जा रहे थे अपने मिशन पे, और यू नो, लाइक आई वाज लाइक एनी अदर आर्मी वाइफ, मुझे पता है, मुझे समझना है. आई रिमेंबर द डायलॉग बिकॉज माई हार्ट वॉज इन माई माउथ. माई हार्ट वॉज बीटिंग सो फास्ट बिकॉज आई वाज लाइक, मैं यहाँ गलत नहीं कर सकती. आई हैव टू डिलीवर माई बेस्ट. नो, ऑल दोज थिंग्स वर रनिंग इन माई हेड एट दैट टाइम. मैं बहुत नर्वस थी, और मुझे लगता है मेरी आवाज़ में थोड़ी थी नर्वसनेस उस टाइम. You know, but that's what gave innocence to that character. That's what made it very natural and nice, I feel personally. तो मेरे लिए वो काम कर गया, but that was my first shot and that's how I remember it. I think see, South में भी जैसे चारों industries अलग अलग हैं. हर industry में I think there are cultural roots which they stick to. where I feel अगर आप तेलुगु में काम कर रहे हैं तो you have to be like a Telugu girl. If you're working in a Tamil atmosphere, you have to be like a Tamil girl. And Malayalam is completely different. तो उन 4 industries में भी बहुत difference है. So I think that way industries में इतना फर्क नहीं है. But of course culturally we are very diverse. And that's why I feel that India, being an Indian, I feel so proud because I've had first-hand experience of experiencing these cultures. So I feel there's unity in diversity. And today when we talk about cinema, we talk about Indian cinema. और इससे बेहतर तो कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता था. 5 साल पहले शायद कभी कोई ऐसा नहीं बोलता. पहले there were divisions. I think the first time that I signed on for, जब मेरे पास पहली बार स्क्रिप्ट आई तो मुझे लगा ये तो मैं कभी नहीं कर सकती बिकॉज ये भाषा मुझे बिल्कुल नहीं समझ आ रही. इट्स वेरी एलियन, इट्स नॉट ईजी टू लर्न. तो मैं रातों को बैठ के लाइन्स लर्न करती थी. आई गेव दैट एफर्ट एंड आई थिंक ऑल ऑफ देम डू. जो भी आते हैं, जो भी नाम कमाते हैं, उनको मेहनत तो करनी पड़ती है. तो आई सैट विद माई तेलुगु फ्रेंड. आई हैव अ फ्रेंड फ्रॉम कॉलेज, शी इज अ तेलुगु गर्ल एंड शी सैट विद मी. शी टोल्ड मी इसका मीनिंग ये है, ऐसे बोलते हैं. तो दैट वाज अ ग्रेट हेल्प फॉर मी. और मैंने सेट्स पे बहुत सीखा. मैं बहुत नर्वस रहती थी. आई थिंक रोल्स चूज यू समटाइम्स एंड आई फील प्रॉबेबली बहुत लोगों को मैं गर्ल नेक्स्ट डोर लगी इसलिए मुझे वैसे किरदार मिले. मुझे रोमांटिक फिल्म्स मिली where they thought, oh, she's the person we can fall in love with, girl next door. So I was lucky that way, but I also feel the more natural you are, the more you relate to the audience. Madras Cafe के बाद बहुत लोगों ने मुझसे पूछा था कि आप वापस क्यों नहीं आए हिंदी में. तो मेरा सिर्फ एक जवाब था कि यार जहाँ मुझे अच्छा काम मिला मैं वहाँ चली गई. After Madras Cafe, I knew that anything else I wanted to do should be significant. उतना significant roles मेरे पास नहीं आए honestly from Hindi. So I thought, okay, South में there's a door opening, let me try that. And I remember I spoke to him and I told him after Madras Cafe, I said, Mukesh, come to me only when there's something significant or don't bother. Because मैं क्यों छोड़ के अपना अच्छा करियर जो South में चल रहा है उसको छोड़ के मैं कुछ हिंदी में करूँगी. I was never awestruck by हिंदी. तो कोई भी मना क्यों करेगा उसको. तो मैंने तो स्क्रिप्ट भी नहीं सुनी थी और मैंने हाँ कर दी बिकॉज आई न्यू दैट ये लोग बहुत अच्छा शो बनाएंगे. यू हैव दैट फेथ बिकॉज दे हैव बीन डिलीवरिंग कंसिस्टेंटली. आई वाज लाइक दैट्स इट. सो इट केम टू मी. समटाइम्स मे बी द फिल्म इज़ वेरी बिग बट आपका इतना नाम नहीं होता. सो फॉर मी इट वॉज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि मेरा हिंदी में एंड आई साइंड फर्जी द थिंग आई वॉज गेटिंग इन टू. तो मेरे लिए था कि यार मेरे को आई हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट आई गेट इन पीपल्स हार्ट्स थ्रू दिस कैरेक्टर. सो आई नो आई गेव इट माई ऑल एंड I'm really happy today that girls are relating to it and they're liking it and that's a very nice thing I feel. And he's like, हाँ तुम्हारे लिए तो बहुत easy है because it's your language now, it's Hindi. And I remember when he was his first day on set, on Farzi set, I stayed back. मेरा shoot नहीं था लेकिन I stayed back because I wanted to make him feel comfortable on set. I went, I jumped, I hugged him and I was so excited that he was part of it. And जब मेरा पहला dialogue था उनके साथ तो मुझे याद है उन्होंने बोला अरे तुम तो शेरनी हो हिंदी में because it's my language, it comes so easy, it comes so naturally. और तमिल में मुझे learn करना पड़ता था बैठ के lines. And he said I feel your pain today because I am a Tamilian and I have to learn Hindi lines. So there was this comfort and it's always so much fun and there's so much to learn from a person like